What's going on, YouTube? I am Germ here, and I'm recording this video on September 26th. I think it's going to be coming out on September 27th, but again, I'm recording it the day before we think CSGO might be done forever, and we also think, and at least I think, that the Paris sale might be done forever. So again, you're going to be watching this video on the 27th. You're going to already know what's happened, but I don't know what happens yet. But I am making this video under the premise that we are going to get some kind of big news and announcement for CS2 either tonight or today or tomorrow or whatever, and that the Paris sale is very, very likely to be ending, and that CSGO is also very, very likely to be ending. Now, obviously, I could end up being dead wrong about everything, then you can make fun of me and roll me and smoke me in this video or whatever, but I am going to be going over some things that I think you all should be doing to prepare for the end of CSGO, and more importantly, the Paris capsule sale ending before it's too late, because obviously this is going to be a very, very big time for Paris investors, which I know a lot of us are, because that's most of the content I've been making over the last month. But before we get into that real quick, I just want to mention my cash trading business. If you guys are interested in turning any of your CSGO items, stickers, skins, knives, gloves, anything, and pretty much everything into cash, crypto, whatever. I've traded people for PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, like I said, crypto, all different kinds of things, float balance, buff market balance, whatever. If you're looking to turn your items into cash, hit me up over on Twitter. It's the safest, most efficient, most effective way to actually cash out your items, which can be a really scary or daunting or time-consuming process. I've gotten all kinds of deals and trades done. It's been super, super fun. It's been like a part-time job for me recently. Just recently, I actually did one of the craziest trades so far that I've done. I purchased 1,000 Stockholm capsules, a little bit of each of the different kinds of capsules. This was obviously a pretty expensive trade and a pretty crazy one, but it just kind of shows you the amounts of money and the kinds of items that I am buying. I'm still obviously not cash flow positive on this cash trading stuff, but it'll be really exciting once I get to that point, and really exciting just once we see where this thing goes down the road. But if you guys are interested in it doing that, hit me up. We can definitely get a deal done. With that being said, let's get right into this. So, on what I believe to be the last day of the Paris sale, I want to check in with some of the prices and take a look at some of the stickers that I would be looking at buying, starting at the bottom of the top. Again, I'm not really all that interested in ENCE and Bad News Eagles because they are not unique to Paris, but if I had to go for one of these really, really lower end stickers, ENCE would be kind of interesting only because it is so cheap. Now, I do not subscribe to tons of people out there that are like, oh, cheaper stuff is always better. Cheaper stuff has more room to go up. Like, look at the history of CS items. So often, the most expensive items have been the most expensive for a reason, and they've continued to grow and grow and grow and done well. Now, obviously, they hit some kind of peak where doubling and tripling, quadrupling isn't all that possible or great or whatever, but it's usually once it gets to much higher limits than anyone ever expects. So I don't always just go for the cheap stuff. Sometimes the cheap stuff is cheap for a reason, but man, ENCE is so cheap relative to all the different kinds of stickers out there for still being a holo. I think ENCE could be interesting. Now, I don't own any ENCE. I'm not going to be buying any ENCE, but if I had to decide between ENCE and Bad News Eagles, I would probably lead towards ENCE because, man, that 21 cents cheaper is actually really, really significant once you get down that low. The next sticker that I think is kind of interesting or could potentially be interesting is Mongols. This is the cheapest unique sticker to Paris, and historically, we've always seen the unique stickers do pretty well. And again, Mongols is a cheap sticker that is just less likely to be as overpriced and overrated as some of these stickers. I think if anything, it's a little bit underrated. Now, yes, the quantities for it and stuff are very high, and I don't know if there's as much, natural demand or whatever, but it is still a unique sticker, and historically we've seen the unique stickers do very well, so I think it has a chance to do okay. I do own a little tiny bit of Mongols. I'm not like loading into it or anything like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mongols actually outperforms many, many people's expectations. I think Greyhound is kind of interesting as well, but man, Greyhound is just so much more expensive than Mongols. I think you can get, overall a better opportunity with Mongols for a little bit cheaper. I think OG is okay. I think Fours is okay. Into the Breach is the next really big one that I am excited about. Into the Breach, obviously being a unique red sticker here, I think it just looks really good. I think the logo is really cool. They were an interesting team during Paris. They're still in this kind of lower price tier at $2.33. Again, not cheap by any means, especially by historical means, but cheap enough to where I think it could still be good. Heroic is one that I really, really love at this $2.64 price. I'm loading up on Heroic. I own a lot of Heroic. I don't know if it's my most bought. I think it's like second or third most money that I've spent on a team holo. So I really do like Heroic. Again, I'm mostly looking for unique stickers of pairs because I think these are going to be the ones that do very, very well. Next up on page 2, kind of in the mid tier, I think Monty obviously being unique, but I don't really love Monty as a sticker. I think it's kind of ugly. I think Fluxo is really, really cool. I think 9 being the only circle sticker in the Paris collection is pretty cool. Kind of makes it stand out. I really love Fnatic. I think Fnatic at $5.26. I'm not loving spending $5 on stickers, but if I had to spend $5 on one of these stickers, Fnatic would be the one. Again, I've said this in videos previously, but I think Fnatic has so many parallels with the Cloud9 Antwerp sticker that has done so well, and I think people are really, really overlooking it. I think there's a lot of Apex fanboys and a lot of YouTubers kind of pumping up the Apex and everything like that. Not to say that Apex isn't a cool sticker, but is Apex really worth double of what Fnatic is? And is Apex really going to have double the returns of what Fnatic is going to have? Like, no, I don't think so. I actually think Fnatic is just going to straight up outperform Apex, so I'm loading my money into Fnatic at what I think is not a price point that I love. I'm not loving, like I said, I'm not loving paying $5 for any sticker, and it definitely puts a cap on the amount of returns you're going to be able to see with it, but I think Fnatic at $5 will ultimately not be a bad purchase. And then finally, getting into the end bosses, the 4 kind of stickers right here. We've actually seen Gamer Legion dip below $10 a couple times. Apex, down below $10 for the first time in a while. Again, if I had to pick any of these, I like Gamer Legion. I like Furia probably the second most. I don't know. I guess I would go with Apex third most. I like Mao's probably the least out of all these. Mao's is just going to be directly competing with its Stockholm version, and it's just so expensive. Again, that really puts a cap on what it can do, but I really think Gamer Legion is the best out of these 4 stickers. So yeah, obviously with the Parasail ending, you're not really in a hurry to buy Team Holos necessarily, because again, capsules are the things that are on sale. We don't know what's going to happen to Team Holos. If the sale does end tomorrow, Team Holos could spike up in price. They could spike down in price. They could stay the same. I don't know. We're going to have to keep an eye on it, but you're not necessarily in a hurry to get Team Holos. Where you are maybe more pressed is to get the team capsules before it's too late, because these could definitely see a big spike up in price tomorrow. Not big, but I think it's not unreasonable that we could see these things spike to like 30 cents or 35 cents really soon after. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, maybe it'll spike to 40 or 45 or 50 or whatever, but if the Parasail does end today, then today's going to be the last day that you can guarantee get these at 25 cents and even cheaper on third-party marketplaces as well. But I do still think that capsules are still a very, very safe and sound investment. I think they're going to do well over time. Obviously, some people are concerned about the quantities and the overinvestment and the length of the Parasail and blah, 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 blah. But obviously, if the Parasail finally does end, that'll at least be one question answered, and then we can start to see where this thing's going to go. I still think with where we're seeing holo prices right now, and with the potential release of CS2 and a big spike in player base, and also some new skins that could add to crafting and could bump up application rates and stuff like that, I still think capsules could be very, very interesting. Overall, I like the Challengers capsule the best. It does have 2 of the 4 big bosses in it, being Gamer Legion and Apex. But I also think Legends is okay too, Fnatic and Furia. And then I think Contenders obviously having the big chase in Mao's. I really do like all 3 of the Team Holo capsules in this set. But if I had to load money into one specifically, I own the most of Challengers. But I don't think you can go too wrong with Contenders or Legends either, and I think overall they'll probably all see similar amounts of returns. Maybe they'll be a big winner in the end, but I think they'll all do pretty similarly well. If we take a look at where the Esport Fire graph has been, yes, Paris has just kind of been going down and down and down over the last 8 days, I guess, but it's possible we're starting to hit a little bit of a drop. Again, I've been checking every day, and the Paris holo prices have been going down and down and down, but today when I looked, prices seem kind of flat, or maybe even a little bit up above what they were yesterday. Again, when I checked yesterday, I believe Heroic was a little bit cheaper. I believe Gamer Legion was under $10, so some prices have maybe started bouncing back a little bit or started flattening out. Again, even though prices have been going down and down and down, and it just seems like we're crashing, especially if you look back from the beginning of September to now, man, things have crashed way, way, way down, but we're still not at all-time lows for Paris. If we zoom out back to here on July 13th, we hit the all-time lows for Paris, which we are not below those times right now. So we still, we're not in death spiral territory. We're not in prices so low we've never seen them before. We're not in, oh, Paris is dead, Paris is screwed, Paris can never bounce back. We've seen prices cheaper than this before, and we still saw Paris stickers go on this crazy run up to, the prices we saw in early August, and then obviously the prices we saw in early September. And this is all still during the sale when really prices shouldn't be going that crazy. So if the sale does does end, I still think there's plenty of potential in Paris. Obviously, I don't think Paris is going to have the returns of Stockholm or maybe even Antwerp, but if this is the final day for your sale, I still think, you don't want to have any regrets. You don't want to look back and say, oh, damn, I should have bought this, or I wish I bought that, or whatever. This is your last chance. So if there are any team hollows that you want to buy out there, again, this is an awesome time to buy the dip. Prices are way down from where they were at the beginning of September. If you want to buy some capsules, this might be your last chance to ever buy them at 25 cents or cheaper. So I think you should go out and do that. Obviously, if the Paris sale does end and CS2 starts coming out, we'll have all kinds of videos about my strategies and ideas for ways to make money with Paris post-sale and to make money with CS2 once it's a big game. We'll talk about all that stuff, but for right now, we're preparing for the end of the Paris sale. And like I said, if this video comes out and the Paris sale hasn't ended and CSGO still exists, I don't know. We're going to have to make a whole nother video and kind of figure stuff out, but I do think it's very, very likely that the Paris sale will be ending on September 27th, and maybe even CSGO will be gone for good on the 27th. So, again, these are the things I'm doing. I'm probably going to be buying a decent amount of capsules today. I might buy some Team Hollows, but I'm not as in a hurry to buy Team Hollows as I am to buy capsules, and we'll have to see what happens from there. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one, but until then, peace.